South Africa spearheads climate resilience with Inaugural Symposium by Satori News. The urgent drumbeat of climate change reverberated through the halls of the Climate Resilience Symposium, held from July 15th to 17th, 2024, in South Africa. The country, embracing its role in the global climate conversation, orchestrated this pivotal event in partnership with the National Treasury, Presidential Climate Commission, and the World Bank. With extreme weather events leaving their mark across the nation, the symposium's clarion call was clear. The time for decisive action is now. President Cyril Ramaphosa, during his compelling opening address, did not shy away from painting a stark picture of climate change's deepening impact. His words laid the groundwork for the symposium's ambitious mission under the theme Moving the Needle on Climate Change and Just Transition, the Role of the National Treasury. The president's evocation of policy advancement, advocacy, and green growth set an overarching agenda aimed at weaving climate change countermeasures through society's fabric. He called upon a tripartite of sectors, government, private, and civil society, to rally together. This alignment is the lifeblood of South Africa's committed march towards greener energy and effectively operationalizing the Just Energy Transition Partnership, JETP, an initiative approved for a paced 5-year period. The JETP orchestrates interventions mindful of the nation's economic heartbeat, balancing fiscal capabilities with ambitions of planetary stewardship. South Africa's climate strategy resonates with principles of justice and shared responsibility, acknowledging the need for developed countries to financially empower developing nations in their climate commitments. This is echoed in South Africa's Just Transition Partnership and the Presidential Climate Change Coordinating Commission, both focused on a conscientious shift to a socially just, low-carbon, climate-resilient economy and society. The president's statement at the symposium placed R1.7 trillion as the projected sum necessary to reach decarbonization goals by 2050, illuminating the path set forth by the Just Energy Transition Investment Plan and the cabinet-approved Just Energy Transition Implementation Plan. These delineate the country's recipe for escalating renewable energy adoption while pacing coal reduction. At the event's core was the narrative that a just transition stands not merely as a defensive posture against climate adversity, but as an opportunity to address South Africa's entrenched socioeconomic issues such as poverty and unemployment. The National Climate Change Adaptation Strategy, NCCS, embodies this narrative and aligns national initiatives with the global paradigm shift heralded by the Paris Agreement on Climate Change. Panels at the conference delve into the intricacies of climate budget tagging, CBT, a novel financial tool for climate expenditure accountability, and with President Ramaphosa's recent enactment of the Climate Change Bill, South Africa entrenches a national response framework to climate mitigation and adaptation. This law also doubles as a visionary job market shaper, transitioning the workforce into the burgeoning green economy. The symposium's message was unequivocally clear. Success against the pressing tide of climate change necessitates united intersectoral engagement. As the clock ticks, South Africa, alongside other developing nations poised at the front line of climate impacts, must translate today's decisions into a climate-resilient tomorrow, with sustainable development at its helm. Thank you for choosing Satori News.